Welcome back into the studio. And today is day 36 of the Mixed Media ICAD. And today the prompt is Sgraffito. So Sgraffito is a technique where you etch into whatever's on your palette or your substrate. So if you were to put really heavy body acrylic down, you can actually take something and scratch into it and make marks. But today we're going to use some of this Ranger texture paste, and I am going to just apply that with a plastic palette knife, and I'm going to get it of varying thicknesses. And Joggles is one of our giveaway sponsors for the Mixed Media ICAD, and they actually have the texture paste, but they also have these awesome watercolor index cards like what I'm using for this year's ICAD. I love these things. They're a lot sturdier than the traditional index cards, and you have the some choices. They handle watercolor and mixed media beautifully. Okay, so I want to get that a little bit thicker in some areas. So now I am going to use some different types of found objects. One's a skewer that has no tip left. One is a toothpick thing. And I am just going to scratch in to this texture paste and make marks. This right here is like an encaustics tool or clay pottery tool. There's so much you could use to just scratch into the surface of this texture paste and make marks with. Now, something you can do is you could mix the texture paste with color. And then you're pulling away the color of the texture paste and revealing the white underneath. Or you could have pre-painted your card with acrylic paint, then applied your texture paste, and when you etch away the texture paste, you would be left with whatever color was underneath. There are so many fun and creative options that you have in using this technique. So now that I've got that good and dry, I am going to go in with a fine liner bottle that has been filled with black acrylic paint and black acrylic paint and airbrush medium, about 50-50 in the bottle. Shake that up really well. And I am utilizing that fine tip to fill the wells of some of these marks. Now, to catch some of that texture that I didn't fill in with a color, I'm coming over it with some acrylic paint and doing what I call finger dry brushing. And so a very little paint is actually on my finger, and I'm just coming over really lightly and catching the top surface, or trying to catch the top surface only with that acrylic paint. Now I'm coming in with a Stabilo all, but in a blue, and a water brush pen, and I'm just making some marks inside of those areas I want to make it blue, and then I'm going to use that water brush pen to activate the Stabilo.